A visitation is happening now for Pat Stevens after his unexpected passing last week. Our very own Dustin Lukey has been speaking with family and friends and joins us with more reflections.
A man who, as we've heard, was deeply devoted to his family, Pat Stevens saw the community as an extension of that family. Now, I had the privilege over this past year of getting to know Pat as a fellow Riverfest Commodore, and it's safe to say so many of his colleagues considered him more like a father or brother. That's the case for Tom Hunt, who says Pat needed someone to get up in the cherry picker and take the lights off the trees in the early days of Rotary Lights. Like many, Hunt naturally became involved with more of Pat's ventures, which called for the need to share some time away from volunteering, together, of course.
When we retired, one of us had it in our bucket list to hike the Grand Canyon. So I think it was 3 of us went out to the Grand Canyon, were joined by another, and we hiked down one day and hiked back out the next. And the next year we hiked the Grand Tetons, and then I don't know what order, but Zion National Park and Glacier National Park. And then we thought we'd go east one year to Acadia National Park, and that was an annual tradition too, to go hiking.
And in Pat's case, even once rivals can be friends. 1994 Riverfest Commodore Jack Miller was in a competing fraternity when he and Pat both attended UWL, but through the years they built a friendship, one pint at a time.
After graduation and the Army, 3 other fellows and I opened a bar in La Crosse, and I would occasionally see Pat too. Surprisingly enough, he'd come in the bar on occasion, but yeah, it's been a long time, and just wish it could have been longer.
Oh, we all do. And I just want to thank all of Pat's friends and family willing to talk with me over these past few days as we all come to terms with this sudden loss. Now, one thing that everyone shared about Pat, even though he was willing to talk about his work, he always worked to shine the spotlight on others. His wife Joanne told me, in fact, that he'd likely be embarrassed by all of this attention, but that's just what you do for family, and Pat was certainly loved like family.
And a reminder, the funeral mass for Pat Stevens is tomorrow morning at 11 at St. Patrick Catholic Church in Onalaska. And then at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Celebrations on the River on French Island will hold a celebration of life. And if you attend, you are encouraged to bring a non-perishable food item to benefit the Hunger Task Force.